on. Wanking? It's every day, bro. Oh no, we'll probably do a new dynasty. I guess we could continue the same kingdom, but then we don't get to pick new people, do we? It's probably more fun if we do a new dynasty. Oh shit, I need to like re-enable the overlay. Na 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 na. More crab lore. Hold on, I need to turn it on. Okay, it should be active. Care now. Care now. Thank you so much for the 14 months. Okay. Chat, I'm gonna go queen mode this time. I'm gonna queen out. You know it. Do I want a crown? Nah, I don't want a crown. Okay. New dynasty. Ravs of the Yas dynasty. Okay, that's enough Brody quest. Gamers, I'm going to give you a few mere moments. Begin. Play on Twitch. Okay. We'll have the Chiefs this time. We'll have the Barons. Because they weren't in the last game. Which of the last three get to be in this time? Chat. The Piss Boys or the Counts? The Goths, the Counts. I do like the Counts. Piss Boys didn't do much. fuck the coasties, dude. Fuck the patricians. I think we're all in agreement. Fuck the patricians. I hated the patricians. They're Tories, man. All right, you know what? We're putting the counts in. We'll do barons, chiefs, and counts, okay? But then there's no okay, it's good though because I will always pick the warrior nuns. So like, it's good that they're not here. You know what I mean? What's the baron lore? The barons are brash rural lords famous for their belligerence and fondness for hunting. Huzzah! Sorry, I'm covering it up. Okay, chat. You can type exclamation mark join space pronoun space your preferred faction, I believe. But but you know, don't go too ridiculous on it because I want balanced numbers. Let me go over here while you guys join. You let fate decide? It's only premium players that get to decide that? Oh, I see. I think premium players are people that own the game, right? On Steam? Or whatever. Is that right? Oui. I see. Now, I won the last time, and I'm always going to try and win, chat. And flattery will get you everywhere. I ain't fucking nobody over. I am, if I have an option that prevents one team from directly winning, I'm going to try and take it. You guys have to outmaneuver me. And I will cut deals with people, and I will do my best to honor them. The rebelling is so fucking long and drawn out that I hope nobody rebels, but I understand if you do, if I'm cruel to your faction. You know. I would love a DLC for this game to add some more factions and stuff. Dude, Swally McCoist, I say it every time I see you. That's such a good username. Fucking Swally McCoist, man. The Great Mole of the North is in this game. Swally, like, say, going out on the Swally is like going out drinking. You're out fucking swallowing, basically. It's drinking. It's boozing. And there's that fucking Scottish footballer / manager called Ali McCoist. So Swally McCoist is funny. Your accounts once more. Okay. Can we get one more chief up in here? McMoist. Oh, Swally McMoist. Okay. My bad. McMoist. My bad. Okay. We need one Baron. I need a single Baron. More about my inability to read. I'm a glancer, okay, and Carls? We don't need swaps, we need one more gamer. We We need one fresh meat. Okay, Dragon Crimes, thank you, bless you. Chat, confirming that the plugin is working is on the screen somewhere, right? You guys can see it. What is this? What have I selected? Oh, lock that. You see it? Okay, we're sending it. We're sending it. The Barons have one extra player, but whatever. Ah, here we are again. Coronation. Well, let's do the introduction. Coronation first. Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Why the hurry? To delay any longer would make the nobles restless, and when nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest back. Very well, and what must I do? How does this work? Dragon Crimes, you are... What are you? You are a baron, okay? So you're gonna find out in a minute here. You're basically you're a noble. You're a noble in my court. I am the queen. As the streamer, I am the queen of the land, and you're gonna get to make votes. This is for anyone who doesn't know how the game works. You have 1,000 money here. There's gonna be options that you people can vote on, council decisions, and the barons, the chiefs, and the counts will all want different things. You will have your own victory condition. I'm also trying to win. This that you can see next to us here is your nation's trade, your nation's farming, your nation's military, your nation's faith, and your nation's defiance stat. Thank you so much, Lysessa and Athena. See, already, like, you know, what we dealing with here. Lysessa, a baron, and Athena. A count already. I'm leaning in favor of those guys. This is my authority. This is my royal treasury, and this is the stability of the realm. If the defiance ever gets higher than one of these two stats, you can !rebel in the chat if you want to go to war. That's super fucking annoying personally, but I can understand why you might want to do it. And yeah, we'll just sort of play it and you'll understand as the game goes on. But I hope that helps you have a bit more understanding. You'll be able to vote by doing !vote and things like that. It'll very much tell you what to do. Hello, Catboy. Right. As tradition, the council will decide what happens to your coronation. But it's my coronation! This is an absolute monarchy, Your Majesty. Everything must be run by a council vote, even this. Shall we call the nobles in? Okay, so here I have my monarchs list laws of the land. I can veto to remove one of these options. I can do a monarch vote, which counts as an extra vote on that option. Or I can just let you guys do it. When I click start vote, I believe it will be !vote space A, B, or C, or D. As you can see here, you know, A would mean that I would lose 1,000 money from my treasury, but my stability would go up. You know, B would mean I lose 1,800 from my treasury, but your land's trade and your noble wealth would go up. Throwing me in the river, which is what usually happens, means that we'll be more stable, but my authority goes down. And farming and you guys, which no one ever votes for the banquet, but it will put up farming in your nation and it will take from your own personal wealth. So I'm not going to interfere on this one. You guys decide how my coronation goes. There you go. Vote A, B, C, or D. Why are you hurting my treasury, you fuckers? You want to be rich? You greedy fucks. You greedy fucks, chat. Invite foreign dignitaries and show off our wealth. Dignitaries arrive from all corners of Celeste Af, and it's only appropriate you show off. A trained eagle drops a ruby-encrusted crown atop your head, and you stand on a golden podium. The odd crowd includes such influential figures as the Dukes of Sal, the Princess of Tavolin, even the Pearl Bearer from Atesh. Lucrative trade deals are struck at the evening's feast. So you guys get your trade stat up and you guys got a bit of money. How much money did you get? Some of you got 300. Oh, it looks like everyone got 300 bucks out of that. And I lost 1,800. Feels bad, man. You wanted the food? Based. Only the Grand Pensionary of Kirf is not in attendance. The Republic, after all, is fundamentally opposed to the very concept of monarchy. Art of the deal. The path to victory. Your Majesty, when you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Well, I was the mother of the nation last time. I did that last time. So I'm going to go as a conqueror. Maybe I'm a mean mummy this time. No. I'm going to be the architect of the golden age. That's right. I'm going to be bedazzled. A lofty goal indeed. I suggest over the next few years, focus on improving the kingdom's overall trade as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Council introduction. Now that you're the queen, the first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Your nobles all hail from across the kingdom. The wintry north, the desolate east, and of course the bleak march. Let's say hi to the chiefs. Hello, Chief Johid. Good luck in the days ahead, Your Highness. You'll need it in dealing with us a lot. Let's say hello. Oh, we have Countess Lemony Cheesecake. An honor to finally make your acquaintance, Your Grace. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. Hail and well met, Your Highness. Hello, Baron Squiddo. Under your leadership, we'll whip this kingdom into shape. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices. The nobles argue with each other and demand your favor. You sigh and sit back. Is this what the council is like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. Okay. So I'm going to click end season now, and this is when each of your nations will decide on a goal that you guys want to achieve. This is where you guys start scheming. Skuld of the Livid Caffeine clan, legendary northern prodigy, stands precariously on a longhouse crossbeam, droning as if in a trance. Chiefs of the North, we all know I should be the one on the throne, not this imposter Queen Ravzi. How do we make that happen? Okay, chiefs, this is a chief only vote. If you're a chief, vote what scheme you want to do. Oh, they want authority? Hello, Setsuo, how are you? The chiefs plan to realize an ancient northern policy. Before the new king rises, the kingdom will be ruled by a mad tyrant. To advance their scheme, the chieftains must raise authority to 5 or more in 2 seasons. So currently it's 5, so in 2 turns, I think they're going to get it. Lavina of the Starlight Sparkle bloodline, charismatic marcher prodigy, stands before a blazing heath, shouting and swearing. When have the barons of the march ever backed down from a fight? Never! I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful queen, on the throne. So if you're a baron, what are you voting for? Okay. Okay, so it looks like we're seeing an early alliance between the chiefs and the barons. Do, do, do. Alright. Raise authority. The barons plan to make a bargain with a wizard. These immortal spellcasters seldom get involved in political squabbles, but perhaps if the queen was considered a threat to their autonomy, to advance their scheme, the barons must raise authority to 5 or more in 2 seasons. Chiefs and barons. Oh, the counts. Oh, how I love your little harpsichord. You guys are my favourites, low-key. Rasimir of the Aetites dynasty, charismatic Eastern elder, leans delicately on a podium, speaking in a melodious voice. My fellow counts, in ancient times the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back these days of glory, but not while Vault Queen Ravs wears the crown. I'm sorry, but you guys should just have a harpsichord in your thing if you want me to like you. Goths, what do you want? Do 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 do. Oh, highest farming blood ritual. Yeah, smart of you to not raise the treasury after you all fucking ruined my treasury. Okay, looks like you guys want to do a little blood ritual. The counts plan to summon an ancient famine demon that will devastate all other regions, paving a clear path to the throne. First, they must ensure the East can withstand a famine. To advance their scheme, the counts must be the region with the highest farming in 4 seasons. Okay. So, that's what you guys have chosen. 4 seasons is pretty rough. I don't have an heir currently. These upstairs are saying they have a right to your throne. No doubt the nobles are already scheming to crown their region's preferred claimant. I will be picking... I'll be picking... reverse voting, and then I'm not going to be telling you guys when I use it. If you're not paying attention, it's on you. Alright. The Honor Guard. Let's see what we've got. As is tradition, each region offers a selection of elite guards. The chiefs with their most famous warrior heroes, the counts with Knights of the Drowned Rose, and the barons offer a squad of battle-hardened veteran soldiers. Reverse makes it so the option with the lowest amount of votes is the one that wins. Let me move it down a smidge. That'll do. Tell me about the Northern Warriors. Lucessa. Bearded oafs with axes and no manners, they'll get drunk and cause trouble in the palace. No discipline at all, I can't guarantee they won't run off on some random quest, but they're honourable and in a fight unbeatable. Tell me about the Eastern Knights. The Order of the Drowned Rose are highly respectable. They'll understand palace etiquette, but it's been years since they fought an actual battle. Dude, I just love the Eastern Knights, dude. The rose, like the armor, the fit, it goes crazy, man. They mostly write poems these days. Tell me about the Veterans of the March. These soldiers have fought more battles than they've had hot dinners. They'll be uncouth, no doubt, and won't adapt well to life in the palace, but they're loyal and as tough as nails. What foreign mercenaries do you recommend? The Battle-Bitten Brethren. Specialise in bodyguard work. Athena, thank you so much for giving a sub to Long Live the Queen.
Just sottolineatura Athena gifted at year un sub to Long Live the Queen. They have given 17 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you, Athena. I await your verdict. It'd be sad if we sing Ravs in a box and we overthrow you. Donating to the Royal Treasury. Chat. It's going to be the Eastern Knights. I think you knew that. I think you knew that. I think it's got to be the Eastern Knights. I want to listen to some poems. Some poems. I think so. Aesthetic over skill. Yes, that's my whole shit, dude. The Knights arrive a few weeks later. They're all extremely pale and extremely polite. The commander introduces herself with a florid bow before reading out a poem she's written for the occasion. Very nice. Don't worry. Don't worry. I will be picking a non-count spouse. So, barons and chiefs, I understand you might be feeling a little bit miffed, but I'll be taking one of yous as my husbando or wife. So, you know. Alright, we got a prediction down here. Your greatness, excellent news from beyond the sky. As your greatness knows, I'm an amateur astronomer, says Chief Imagination Inc. I have seen that a solar eclipse is on its way, visible from the north. We must encourage the kingdom to gather beneath the dark sun and experience this once-in-a-lifetime event. My goal, Mario, is trade. So you know. Hell's bells. And no. An eclipse is a warning from the ninth god, a sign that the kingdom has fallen to shadow, says Baron Gold Kai. All the nobles start talking at once. Some are excited, some horrified, but all are very loud. Well, nothing makes anything go down here, so I'm just gonna... I want trade, so I'm going to Monarch's vote for trade. But you guys, do what you want. Eclipses are pretty cool. Do 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 do. See how the barons vote against you, my queen? Hey, I ain't taking anything personally yet. You know what? I'm being a fair leader. I'm being a fair leader. Encourage visitors to the north to witness the event. By my honor, you shouldn't be encouraging this nonsense. As word gets out across the impending solar event, visitors from across the north drift over to the north. Across the kingdom. That's what I meant to say. Alright. Guys, the counts are missing some bees. Count A. Simon. Your Majesty, terrible news from the east. The bees have vanished. But what about my bravest honey counts? I fear it has wider implications than your breakfast, Your Highness. We counts rely on the bees for our honey trade. But worse in the east, bees are bringers of good fortune. We look after them, they look after us. It's a grim omen indeed that they've deserted us. Our peasants are scared that we've offended the bees somehow. We must track them down. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I'll let you guys decide. I'll let you guys decide. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Nah, man, the barons and the fucking barons and chiefs are very anti the counts here. They have a mutual goal on authority, and they're wanting to lowering the fucking trade and the farming there to fuck the counts. Bees come and go, let nature take its course. As the eastern beehives languish empty, eastern peasants start sewing bee emblems onto their shirts in a vain effort to bring them back. Still, other nobles profit from the situation. The counts have quite the monopoly on honey, and this has given them the chance to get in on the market. That has helped me, so thank you. Fear grows more and more against the counts, who complain that the crown cares nothing for their troubles. I'm sorry, I let the people run that one, okay? I didn't influence that in any way. You can feel wronged by me all you want, but... Okay, now this part is an auction, okay? If you don't know how this works, you type !fund and then space... Shit, what was the example again? X is the character code and Y is what you're pledging. So you'd be like !fund like A 500 out of your personal wealth or whatever. But you guys do whatever you want. I would love if you guys would build either a monument or a library or an aqueduct. I don't care. You guys build what you want. I'm not influencing nothing. It's up to you guys. Hello, Arctech. How are you, gamer? It's up to you guys. I'll let you build what you want to build. It's up to you. It's up to you. A little monument would be nice, or maybe a library. We like a library. The aqueduct's going crazy. Yeah, they really want that. They want to get their farming up. You can fund other factions' buildings. It is possible. When that working against your faction though? You're taking money away from funding something for your faction, but you can also like this one is -1 farming in the barons. Like if the barons were going for farming, you could shaft them by building that, for example. So you have to think about things like that. Like see, Chippy Potato, you know, helped build the chief's monument because both of those guys want authority up. I'll take my authority being up because it's good for my authority rolls, but I am a bit concerned that it does further your guys' goals. So Novad and the Count's got a little aqueduct built for farming, which is nice. I don't really care either way. I'm just trying to be a real queen of the people. And you guys built the monument, which puts authority up. So basically you guys both furthered your own goals, so fair enough. Let's see about finding a spouse. In the first passages of the castle, you can avoid your advisors, the nobles, even the spy masters. One person you cannot avoid, your mother. Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year. I've been busy. But if it's the time, don't worry. I'll take the liberty of the valuable candidates. Do you like men or women? Give me anything, dude. Excellent. I'll send a message to the most influential opens of the kingdom and see if they have to offer. Okay. Sword discovery. Count Chronicle. Your Grace, while scouting the north for a prime eclipse viewing spot, my servants discovered a portal. It's a shimmering shadow hanging in the air, about the size of a door. We threw a rock in and it returned as a slab of polished obsidian. What? Naturally, I sent one of my servants through next. They saw a red wasteland beneath a sky with, whose colour defied description. I recall a tale from my childhood as of such a land, where fairy beings gave vast riches to those brave enough to visit. Riches, you say? This portal is on my land, so I have the right to any riches it may contain, says Chief Imagination Inc. But I discover it. Well, my servants did. Great treasure lies beyond, I'm sure of it. This one is out of my hands. I don't care. You guys do what you want. This one's up to you guys. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Feels like a trap. Well, it's like Chief Imagination Inc. owns the land, so they own the portal. So, let's see how this one goes. Defiance is now cordial. The chiefs are delighted and start making preparations immediately. The kingdom awaits to hear what riches or horrors are within. Meanwhile, complaints from the counts grow as the eclipse draws nearer. Right, what we got this? What we got here? Having ignored the bee troubles in the east, you've practically forgotten about the situation until Chief Former Fantastic Booty steps in, face swollen and covered in stings. Dude, why does Booty always get the worst time of it? Told you I was bald? Fair enough. Those damned counts. I bet they sent those bees as their just to trouble us. Wait, I bet they sent those bees of theirs just to trouble us. Are you good? I was just having a little bit of a stronk. I did wonder what was going on with your face, Booty. Aye, it's terrible. By Odeheld's horn, those bees must be destroyed. No one dares to go outside. Our markets are ruined. Blood and stars. Those bees are our livelihood. If they're killed, they'll bring bad luck to all of us. Then you shouldn't have taken better care of them, shouldn't you? Right. Well, given that there's a 0% chance of the of faith healing us here, I'm gonna give the counts, because the counts are getting fucked over, I'm gonna give them an extra little help on voting here with Destroy the Bees in the North. I'm gonna help the counts on this one, because you barons and chiefs are ganging up on them. That's all I'm saying. Counts want A? Do they? Oh shit. No, it would lower their oh shit, my bad. I voted for the wrong thing, my bad. Sorry, counts. Know that I did it with good intentions. Know that I did it with good intentions. And I'm just an idiot. Anyway, focus on luring the bees back to the east. Farming is now meager in the north, which makes sense. Chiefs be pig. Our farming. Some chiefs grumble that they're not getting enough help from the crown. Their farmers resort to huge protective suits and hats, which hamper their work terribly. Meanwhile, the counts are grateful, but are desperate to figure out how to bring the bees back. Eastern folktales describe charms that can control bees. Hopefully, the counts can find one before it's too late. I think we've done everything, right? I don't see any other ones, do you? I think we're good to go in. Far to the north, where snows blanket the landscape and wolves howl in the night, the chiefs uncover an ancient prophecy foretelling the rise of a tyrant queen and the warrior who will overthrow her. A congregation of God speakers huddle around tablets detailing the supposedly ancient story, whispering excitedly, "Praise Morgana, the tablets are genuine. Then the gods are good and we're blessed. Skald will be our king. All hail the Lord Render." Cheers circle the clan hall. A mug of ale is tipped over Skald's head. The influence of the old gods is spreading. We must ensure to keep the old ways of the North alive, and surely Morgana will bless us with the power of Crown Skald. For the next stage of the Chiefs season, they must lower their faith to 4 or less in 4 seasons. What the fuck, man? They have 0 faith. That's not fair. That's fucking... What the fuck, man? Chief speedrun? In the march, Baron Joyful Spark spans atop a border fort flanked by soldiers going out over Ashmedian territory with a skill. The lower portcullis rattles open. A twisted stone figure is carried into the fortress, borne on a palanquin carried by hollowed-eyed apprentices. The Baron goes down to meet him. What the fuck? Oh, this is the wizard, right? Well, I've taken the time out of my very busy schedule to come and meet you in this pimple of a fort on the backside of nowhere. I thought we might have a common goal. Save your breath, I already know what you want from me. Assistance in overthrowing the current queen, am I right? Well, was it that obvious? I was born a long time before yesterday, my good Baron, and unlike some of my more isolated colleagues, I'm no stranger to political machinations. On this occasion, our goals happen to align, but I cannot act on your behalf, not until the bees are taken care of. Did you say bees? Yes, on this plane, they're simple insects. But in the apiary, the world of dreams and magic, they're powerful and intelligent. Call themselves the dreams of being. They have an innate fondness for royalty, and sometimes protect monarchs from magical interference, but they won't harm non-magical folk beyond the occasional sting, so you can deal with them. For the next stage of their scheme, Barons must lower all regions combined farming to 14 or less in 4 seasons. Sucks to be them right now. Oh, I guess it's currently that, but if it goes up at all, then... Barons, you're so rich. Barons, I don't like how rich you are. Like, that is a sickening list. I think even the Barons have to agree that they should be taxed here.
My liege, sire, all-father of wealth, let these peasants witness the affluence of thy mighty treasury.
Damn it, Kratos, you're right. You're not wrong, Kratos. Taxes for everyone. This is acceptable. I must rebuild my treasury. Outrageous. It had to be done. You can all blame Mario for that one. He's a chief. Okay, eligible options. I found 3 potential matches for you. Oh, wait. I found 3 potential matches for you. One of those relevant from each kingdom's 3 kingdoms. Yeah. Alright, show me them. This is Mag, the firstborn daughter of Northern Herberty. Clan. Apparently she can be a little shy with strangers, but I'm sure she's wonderful when she comes out of her shell. I can see the appeal. She keeps a company of witch women and god speakers who have taught her mysterious secrets. She was already engaged once, but it didn't last. But she sounds awesome. Just say herb, you got a herb. This is Grimwald, the eldest son of Eastern's Tenify 95 dynasty. Apparently, they had a hell of a time getting him to smile for this portrait. Spends most of his time with a fencing master mastering the blade. I've heard rumors that he's training himself for some epic confrontation with an old rival. He's intriguing. Last of the marches offering Killian, scion of the prestigious Encar's bloodline. He's known for his blunt honesty, kind of honesty that makes you enemies. He's a zealous follower of the ninth god, able to quote scripture backwards and forwards, and at volume. He's got a reputation for not giving a damn what anyone thinks of him. Sounds like a laugh. What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. Let's be lesbians, my queen. The North is very tempting. Don't get me wrong. Okay? The North, I'm really tempted to pick Mag. However, I might have to politically pick the Baron's candidate to lower anger in the region. You know? I might have to settle for Killian. Political marriage, say ain't so. This is amenable. We're very angry. My son will serve you well in the bedchamber. That's crazy. That's such a crazy sentence. Surely you want to calm the strongest faction? Both of y'all got scary fucking militaries and I need to stop you guys from rebelling. So I'm afraid I'm gonna have to pick Killian here, dude. Which I know will anger the chiefs. I'm gonna have to quell them in a minute. I'm afraid it's gonna be Killian. I think it's gonna be... dude, me personally, I'd pick Mag. She sounds so cool. But Killian, I'm afraid it's gonna have to be Killian. The Barons, you're getting your way this time. And finally, we have marches offering Killian, sign of the prestigious Encars. But oh wait, we've read this. I made my decision. Killian of the March. Damn, it was down 2. That is huge for me. Alright, let's look at the deceased. What's going on in the march? The elderly Baroness Frederica, a cousin many times removed from Baron Mr. Grolix, died in her sleep last week. She was nearly 90, would you believe? A better end than most of us get. I'm sorry, friend of yours. Not at all, your majesty. She was very wealthy, however. But she could have spent more time on her accounts. She died without a will, and the nobles are scrabbling for her estate. Baroness Frederica was my relative. I wrote to her at least once a year. Of course, the estate should be mine, says Mr. Grolix. My late great-grandfather used to play backgammon with her. He swore she intended to leave it to our family, says Chief Regandar. By the 9th, that's a pitiful claim. I'll let you guys run this one. What shall you vote for? Chat wasn't paying attention. Chat wasn't paying attention. It was a reverse vote. My coffers grew. The treasury is delighted. The nobles are far less so. The treasury is now 3,400. Wagons quickly roll in from Baroness Frederica's estate, laden with expensive fur coats, old chalices, and antique ceramics. All of these new riches crowd the treasury, but give it a charming atmosphere. You trust the situation is resolved. Oh, we got more bee shit going down. Your Majesty, my researchers have uncovered something fascinating. We discovered the location of a bee charm. It should bring the bees back from the north. Gods be good. Get on with it then. We're cowering in our homes to hide off these horrid swarms. That's no way to live. I even voted against my own clan to do the right thing, and it was a devious plot. We haven't found the charm yet, but it's said to be hidden in a ruined monastery. My soldiers are combing through it now. What monastery? I've never heard of. The monastery once belonged to the Order of the Conquering Blade. The what? They're long dead, High Inquisitor. Your forebears made sure of that. Because they were demon worshippers, this ruin must be destroyed immediately. It's too dangerous to stand. But this is part of Eastern heritage. It's not our fault they had some dubious practices. Besides, we need this charm. I'm with AC Mon. Without the charm, we'll be terrorized with the beast forever. The council hall descends into an argument as three of them make demands. You call a vote to settle things down. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Nothing affects trade here. Oh, I get money from the treasury. And I know you guys are greedy. Anyone for a little bit of looting? Dude, doesn't the harpsichord music just go so fucking hard? I need to find a good fucking like harpsichord playlist, dude. I wanna fucking chill to some music that sounds exactly like this at all times. Looting, looting, looting. It just adds one to the votes, yes. Look, the whole place is bound to be valuables there. The High Inquisitor sweeps out, tight-lipped and furious, and priests in the east become more aggressive in their sermons. Faith is now skeptical. Meanwhile, Simon's vassal returns from the expedition with the charm along with a large sack of treasure. Woo! Money, 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 money. The counts take most of it, but donate a portion to the treasury. Most importantly, the bees quickly return to the eastern hives. I'm rich. I'm rich. I'm so fucking rich. Let's go with the Monarch's Iron choice. Let's get some authority up in here. The royal wedding. Your wedding to Killian is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Killian at your side. Do you take this man as your lawfully wedded husband? I do. Then I pronounce you queen and husband. At the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new husband, Killian, delivers a short but very heartfelt toast, expressing a wish to get to know you better. By the time you find yourself alone with Killian, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. I must profess, I'm glad that's over. We can finally talk openly to each other now. What do you mean? The demands of life in the royal court don't quite agree with me. So many liars, lick-spittles, and flatterers. I don't know how you stand it. Well, flattery's nice. Are you kidding me? I love it! You get used to it. I suppose you were born into it, weren't you? You had no choice but to get used to it. After finishing the last of the wine, you head to your separate bedchambers. It seems your husband is happy to take his time getting to know you. Damn, he ain't giving me no lick spittles tonight, I'm telling you. Oh, we got a missing noble. That's very important. In the capital, the solar eclipse does little except make some day a little grey, but the north is a different story. Your Majesty, the moment the sun went dark, Chief Imagination Inc. entered the shadow portal and vanished. I'm not sure what they expected would happen, but I warned the council of their ineptitude. If you guys are going to make me pay, then you're going to buff my authority. But ultimately, it's in your hands. I'm clicking it straight away, so whatever's in the lead, it will be getting clicked immediately. Wait and see if they come back on their own. I don't feel good for you, Imagination Inc. The portal shimmers dormant in the air for 3 days before closing without ceremony. Chief Imagination Inc. is never seen again. Imagination Inc. the second has joined the council. An irksome legacy. Your Majesty, about the treasures of the late Baroness Frederica, I heard there was a necklace of rubies amongst them. Where's the necklace now? This is of utmost importance. It's probably in the treasury. And that fool treasurer has no idea how dangerous it is. By the 9th, a frail monk in the 7th century wrote of a ruby necklace that drove those around it to sin. I believe late Baroness Frederica had it in her collection. After all this time, it may have surfaced. This sounds worrying indeed. I'm glad you agree, Your Majesty. The necklace should be destroyed. It could be tested, but the holy reagents will be expensive. You called the council to discuss the situation. I knew all along that estate was a bad idea. Aye, as did I. A bad business. That's what I always said. Sounds pretty sexy, right, Phantom Queen? Such a shame that my liege fell foul of this evil magic. I don't want the Inquisition getting it. So, you guys do what you want here. Do 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 do. Oh, look, we're having a rift between the barons and the chiefs now. The alliance is crumbling. The treasurer brings forth the necklace, frowning. Please don't destroy it unless you have to. It's worth much less melted down. The High Inquisitor ignores her and takes the necklace away in a leaden box. She returns after a few days with an implacable expression. The necklace has been cleansed. I believe that the monk must have been referring to some other ruby. But, Jack Porkins, thank you so much for the Prime, pal. Thank you so very much. Oh, Zomgfail. Once the necklace is put back in its rightful place, everyone is most relieved. Many peasants and nobles alike spend more time attending church services just in case. I knew that was going to come back with nothing's happened. I think it's auction time, isn't it? Oh no, but first. Late at night, two counts meet in an ancient stone cemetery to discuss their schemes against the Queen. Our grain stores are looking much more impressive than the rest of the kingdom, says Cunty Justifina. Yes, and I've had peasants from the north moving on to my lands, desperate to sponge off of our prosperity, says Countess Cassia. How delightful. Won't summoning this demon be difficult? It's magic beyond our usual fare. What? I said cunty, like in a good way. Do. Are we the baddies? The walls of reality are sturdy, but they can be weakened. A tide of blood must swallow the kingdom in its wake. Chaos! For the next stage of their scheme, the counts must lower stability to 4 in less than 2 seasons. You got a funny for me? Hit me with it, Kamichi. Damn. To 14 or less. Oh shit. That's bad for the counts. Bad for the counts. I would say right now the Chiefs are in the lead. Alright, let's have a look at the good word. What's the difference between a nun at the prayer and a nun in the bath? I don't know. What is? Next session, Chiefs enter stage 3. Yeah, the Chiefs always have such an easy time. One's got hope in her soul, the other's got soap in her hole. Oh, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. My liege. Hail, Ravsy. I've had an idea. As you know, the people of the Marsh are quite pious. As a member of the royal household and an avid adherent of the church myself, I thought I might go back to my homeland for a time and take the opportunity to preach in your favour. You mean make me some kind of saint? Why do this for me? It's my duty as your husband, isn't it? And besides, it will be good for us both for you to be more popular. Go forth and teach them to love me. Huzzah, I shall make preparations immediately. Word spreads fast that the king consort is planning a tour of the march. Thousands flock to the crowns and villages where he plans to stop. Once he arrives, Killian gives a series of impassioned speeches to the locals, preaching at length about your good standing with the church. Strikes a chord. The spymaster happily announces that your popularity is rising all across the region. That's pretty cool. Buzzing in the walls. I must speak to you urgently. Remember how Count Asimon went poking around in the heretical monastery of the Conquering Blade? Right, to find the bee charm, yeah? The charm did bring back the bees, but at what cost? It began with buzzing in Asimon's castle walls. At first it was only at night, but then it grew so loud the servants couldn't hear themselves think. The honey began dripping from stone walls. Villagers started disappearing. Horrible things are afoot. Isimon strides into the council hall, well-eyed. There's a strong smell of honey around him. I assure you, I'm perfectly fine. This man is clearly touched by unholy forces. Chaos breaks out. In a moment of quiet, you call a vote. Let's see. Farming up, but faith down. And stability down. I'm sorry, but I can't have faith going down. And I can't have farming going up. The counts have not been fucked over. The counts are winning right now. Counts, I'm sorry. I'm going to be a bit more unfair towards you because you're ahead. Dude, I feel like the counts always have the easiest win conditions. Not the counts, the Chiefs. I'm sorry, I didn't mean counts. I meant Chiefs when I said counts. I meant the Chiefs. I meant the Chiefs. I meant the Chiefs. We're searching AC Mon's estate. How dare you! This is an utter outrage! After the search is concluded, the High Inquisitor returns. The investigators discovered that the source of the demonic energy, that charm from the heretical monastery. Once it was destroyed, the influence was lifted from AC Mon, but they discovered the missing villagers in the cellar, suspended in pods filled with honey. When they cracked the pods open, they were nearly dead. It was a mercy to put them down. Personally, I would suggest executing AC Mon, just to be sure. That's its own kind of justice. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Huh. Stability down helps the counts. Dungeon helps faith, but is that only faith for the counts? Let's say so. I think it's probably only faith for the counts, right? Do 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 do. Have him executed is good for me, bad for the counts. Letting them go will quell some outrage, but I will lose stability. Okay. I'm letting you off this one time only because B-pods are kind of cool. I want your defiance down. So. Do 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 do. We'll let you go. Do 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 do. The peasants burying their heads and their loved ones are far less happy. Tales of insidious murderous bees spread throughout the kingdom and people murmur against you. An escaped experiment on the border, you say? Apparently, something has escaped from the cellars of Count Arlenkill's castle. I've asked for an eyewitness report from a local. Hello, your majesty! It was a right unholy sight. A monster stitched together from parts dug up from the village cemetery. I recognise my Aunt Edna's earlobes. Bring me Count Arlenkill's! This creature is my life's work, your grace, and my son! Arlen, what the hell? His escape was regrettable. He just wanted to see a village up close. Rest assured, I've chained him up for a far more securely in my dungeon to ensure this won't happen again. It's too late for that now, Count. You and your unholy creation must be burned. It is the only way to cleanse the world of your evil. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. That means it's a chance. It's like a roll of a dice. I have a 60% chance of getting the good outcome. I don't think any of these are good for me. For jokes, let's free the monster. And I'll gain some authority out of that too, which will be nice. No problem with Sessa. Look at all my sweet little subjects. All agreeing with their monarch. Pat, 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 pat. My good little nobles, my good little council. Let's free the monster. What's the worst that could happen? No, your highness, the boy's not ready for freedom. This will end in disaster. Oh fuck. Oh Jesus. The council will free this unholy monstrosity and allow its twisted creator to go unpunished. What kind of message does this send? You're all mad. You'll see doom will come to the east. Doom! Luckily, the High Inquisitor's prophecy proves nonsense. The so-called abomination turns out to be a gentle fellow with a green thumb and fondness for puppies. Soon enough, he's won over the villagers who allow their children to go on piggyback rides with him. Holy fucking shit! Holy fuck, man! The barons are fucked, the counts are fucked, and the chiefs are about to go on stage 3. He spends most of his time in the fields growing flowers and vegetables for the community. Arlen Kells couldn't be more proud. Well, that was lovely. Well, that was quite a nice event. I'm glad that we freed the monster, you know? Okay, chat. You can build whatever you want. I would love it if you guys built... You know what? I don't care what you build. I actually have no care. Dude, the counts are fucking sickeningly rich. Let's see, you guys are going for the deer park to get farming down, and you're going for the prison to get stability down. Seems to be the popular funds right now. Chiefs are broke from cruel taxes. Alright. The chief's gonna have... I don't know. It depends what the chief's next fucking scheme is. So, Gaz and the counts decided they wanted to build a prison. Fair enough. And Shenza and the barons wanted to build a little deer park, which honestly is quite nice. I'm not mad about that. Pagan prophecies about my heir. Let's find out about my heir. Your marriage to Killian has grown stale. Oh, you get along well enough, but you've made some good memories together. But there's no spark. He cares more about the ninth gods than your happiness. But spark or no spark, you still need an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. I'm very happy, thank you. Your happiness isn't as important as fulfilling your duty to the kingdom, but I'm glad you found a way to have both. It took 1 versus 100. What the hell? You've done well so far, but something's still missing. An heir. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins. What if we get an orphan dude? What if we just like fucking Mr. Beast it and like just pick some random dude and give him like a Tesla? You know what I mean? What if we just fucking give him like 500k? You know? Where's Mr. Beasted? Let's go orphan mode. Let's battle royale it. Okay guys, it's literally the most crazy video. Okay, we do 100 orphans and one of them will become king. The nobles won't be too happy with a lowborn child being elevated to the status of royal. I urge you to reconsider. My mind is made up. I'm sure history will remember you as a champion of the people. If it remembers you at all, I'll make necessary arrangements. Pagan prophecies. We will call it the Royal Rumble. The heir should be chosen by the last person to be thrown over the top rope. The last surviving orphan shall survive. By God, that orphan does not have a family. He's broken in half. The Northern Chief's God Speakers have uncovered an ancient prophecy. Let me guess, you think it's all fake. Of course it's fake. Nothing those pagan gods have ever said or done is real. This is but one of the countless myths used to justify the behavior of immature heathens. What she means to say is, the chief's plan to use a prophecy to justify unseating you, true or not, many northerners believe it. Oh, what does it say? Cut to the chase, what do I have to do? You must ensure that the faith in the ninth god is strong across the kingdom. It will be our best defense against the pagans. I'm not allowing this to happen. Either of these are good for me. So, you guys go. Do 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 do. All right. Looks like we're sending priests to the north. Hello, Arthur. Order priests to go north and decry the prophecy's fate. The Archbishop. Oh shit. What do they need to get it below though? 4 or less by next season? Oh my god, dude. They're gonna get it still, unless that like it's not enough, man. 4 or less, that ain't happening. Hundreds of priests are sent up to the north to preach to the local populace, which naturally causes tension with the chiefs. You hope it'll be enough. The printing press. Baron Shungarepreters. Baron Shung. My liege, a blacksmith in the march has come up with some sort of printing contraption. How remarkable. Aye, my liege. Isn't technology wonderful? Don't you see how dangerous this is? Books should stay in the churches and universities, or else commoners will start getting ideas, says Abracadani. The church using the printing press could up faith across all regions. It is a gamba. I think if you are a count or a baron, you probably want to go with me here. We'll see though. Oh my god. Counts, what are you doing? Holy shit! Faith Gamba, Faith Gamba, Faith Gamba. It will be my pleasure to take the stewardship of this radical new invention. Over the next few months, the church pumps out thousands of new copies of the Ninth God's holy book. Soon every commoner owns one, even those who can't read. Yes, dude, let's go! Get fucked, Chiefs! Oh, yeah, dude. Okay, just kidding. Chiefs, I love you. You guys are nice. Haha, Chiefs. You guys are lovely. Ha ha ha. I like your tartans. That's a nice axe you guys have. The church also prints countless pamphlets supporting your reign, proclaiming you as a divinely ordained and rightful ruler. No, Chiefs, don't rebel. You're so sexy. Back in the north, Chiefs sit around at a narrow table, their flagons running low after a long night of scheming and drinking. Are we ready to begin the next step? I'm anxious to be crowned. Nay, not yet. The blasted church is still turning people against us. Too many people are still under that pompous archbishop's way, says Chief Miso. The chiefs aim to lower their faith to 4 or less. Woo! A pair of counts face each other in silence. A code word is exchanged. They speak of their latest schemes. What happened? The kingdom was meant to be a whirlpool of chaos by now, says Cunty Justifina. Countess Cassia says, it's more like a whirlpool of smell and hugs. No demon will come anywhere near it. The counts aim to lower stability 4 or less. Down in the march, Baron Joyful Spark is visiting the wizard Gordias in his tower of black basalt. Lava bubbles crack at the stone, somehow flowing uphill. Last night I slept. I walked through the glittering halls of the apiary, and do you know what I saw? Vast crystalline palaces, dream queens upon shimmering thrones. The hives go from strength to strength. What happened to our deal, you fool? Am I dealing with an incompetent? Please, just give us a few more months. By my honor, I won't let you down. See that you don't. Those who waste my time quickly discover the 7 hells hold no torments like an irritated wizard. The barons aim to lower all regions' combined farming to 14 or less. Oh my fucking god. Fucking poor barons, man. Jesus. And it's not a million miles away. Look, I'm sorry, counts. Y'all got too much fucking moolah. Chiefs, you guys are getting a little bit... You're getting a little bit pissed off over there. I don't like that. I don't like that. Here, have some of my money. Have some of my money. I'm sorry, Sanyo. How rich are you fuckers? You guys are alright. The counts have too much. You guys are kind of rich barons, but not enough for me to bribe you or tax you. I think this is fine. Look how sickeningly rich they still are even after taxes. Oh, a jousting tournament. Where's this? This is with the thingies. Your Majesty, the barons of the march invited you to a jousting tournament. How delightfully rustic. Let's slay all day. I will compete myself. Superb, Your Majesty. I will send your acceptance directly. Oh, a late night visit. One evening, you're sorting through paperwork in your office when Baron Yoiku Arts appears at your door, swinging slightly and stinking of booze. Your Majesty, so sorry to speak to you in this condition. Yoiku's been on the sauce. Either way, you're losing 300 welfare. I can't avoid it for you. 9 for buff, you fool, you're drunk. Let me get you a glass of water. Glass of whiskey, did you say? Don't mind if I do. Anyway, I just need to tell you, if the Archbishop asks you about what happened to his hat, tell him I'll pay for a new one. I was desperate and the privy was occupied. What the fuck, dude? Just a targeted minus 300 Baron event only for Yoiku? They shat in a hat? It's surely not a coincidence that the Archbishop arrives at your throne room the next day looking even grumpier than usual and hatless. Your Majesty, there is a plague afflicting the kingdom, a curse more powerful than any wizard could cast. I speak, of course, of alcohol. People are spending their evenings in alehouses rather than in prayer. We must ban this vile vice. There's absolutely no way we're banning booze. We're not banning booze, man. The Counts want alcohol banned, as do the Chiefs. We're not banning booze. Do 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 do. Limit the opening hours of taverns. That's right, everybody. You're allowed to stay out until 10 p.m. and no more than 6 people to a table, okay? And you can only go to places that have a cheese toastie on the menu, okay? That's just the way it's gonna be. Eat out to help out, chat. Eat out to help out. Wear a mask when you go to the toilet. You order the alehouses closed by 10 o'clock. Throughout the land, drunkards are tossed out into the streets early and wander around causing trouble. The Archbishop is right about one thing though. Fewer hangovers mean more people attending church. I should call her. All I heard was eat out. Nice. If I'm wearing a mask, how can I eat out? Find a way. The Archbishop right. More people attend church. That's nice. That's the way it was over COVID. Feedback. Feedback. Oh my god, dude. Thank you for the follow, blonde. And odd British one. Miraculous discovery. In the March. Baroness Miracle Tortoise. 9th above, my liege. One of the peasants from my estate discovered something extraordinary. I was lost herding sheep out in... Wait. I was lost herding sheep out in the wilderness and I ran out of water. Then I saw a beam of sunlight crackling through the clouds. Bruv. the voice of the night of God spoke to me, yeah? I swear. He said, drink and be sustained, for you are faithful. Then a fresh spring bubbled up from the marsh. Are you sure it wasn't a hallucination? By the ninth, no. The water has healing properties, bruv. A single sip fixed my sprained ankle. A true miracle in the marsh. This is marvellous news indeed. We must allow the kingdom's faithful to access these sacred waters, nay, the whole world. Wait a minute. You free, your majesty? I know what you fuckers want. Do you have a voice reel? I think you'd be good as... I don't have a voice reel. I should really make one, because I would love to do more voice work, honestly. But, like, the thing is, I just sort of, like, get, like, a mood to do a voice, and I do it. Like, doing a reel would be hard for me to be, like, to pick out a million different voices, but I would love to do more voice work. Oh yes. Oh yes. Allow the barons to charge the pilgrims for a visit. I am now oppressive. Some barons' wealth has increased. I'm good at voices. I love when you did kill my necromancer. I should really make a little voice reel thingy, but then who would I even send it to, you know? I don't want to have to, like, do, like, application forms. Love to try voice acting. Don't know the first thing at making a reel or getting the right sound equipment. Totally different doing a voice for fun versus work. You'll keep it on file for games. Okay, let's say, so if I make a reel, I'll send it to you. Send it to video game companies. The Oscars games, I could probably just get some voice work if I want to, though. You know, I'll be like, hey, y'all's games, you guys need any voices? And it's as easy as that, you know? As word spreads around the ninth god's blessings, pilgrims eagerly flock to the march for relaxation and healing. I don't know how Booth got into Orcs Must Die. I imagine they must have sent in some stuff. Used to work for Rooster Teeth, and that's how the voice actors got their roles. They just worked there. Yeah, right. I imagine that's just how it worked, right? Peasants complain that since the ninth god spoke to a lowly shepherd, the site should be free for all. Enterprising villagers sneak in at night and bathe in the waters, leaving only muddy footprints in their wake. Okay, I will say, dude, the counts are close to getting their next goal. Just everyone be aware that stability is getting low. I'm going to pick anonymous voting over reverse voting, because I think that might lead to an interesting one. Silver discovered a special guest, the labourers. Silver discovered Counter Lemon Pizza Pie. Excellent news from the east, your majesty. Prospectors have discovered deposits of silver on my land. Mining will begin. Wait, says Chief Rossef. Chief Rossef 2554 waves an ancient parchment. The silver belongs to me. The deposit is on our side of the border, and this scroll proves it. This could get nasty, your majesty. The border between the east and the north has always been highly contested. Let's do this anonymously. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. How does that do it? Ah, that's true, Mario. I guess it's like for people looking visually, because I guess some people vote based on what most of their faction are going for. That maybe makes it a little bit more confusing for some people who are glancing, you know. Do 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 do. Both regions must share the silver thingy. Can Lemon Pizza Pie and Chief Ross F exchange wary glances? As they shake hands, their smells are very tight. Very nice. The labourers. Your Highness, I have a proposition for you, says Chief Zephyria. As we all know, you're the greatest queen who ever lived, but you've been locking a lot of people up. Which is your right, of course, only many of them are the pettiest of criminals, and there are thousands locked up for illegally dumping human waste, for example. Wee bit of fracking. Wee bit of fracking. Most of them would make good labourers and farmhands, which we sorely need in the north. Perhaps we can work out a deal? Keep the waste dumpers where they are. Fuck, chat really wants the waste dumpers down there. Okay, dude. Fuck, that's pretty unanimous. Not a single person went for A. Dude, Chiefs are close to fucking rebelling, man. You suffer a number of going stares from the northern benches. Word spreads of your uncompromising nature. A special guest. The barons have assembled upon a jousting field. Watching from tall stands, the place is buzzing with excitement. A servant straps on your armour and helps you mount your horse. She hands you your lance and you ride out onto the field. Welcome one and all, we have a most flattering guest today, says Baroness Bardic B. As you ride your horse past the stands, nobles gasp and stare. Blow a kiss at a baron. Cheering erupts and the nobles stamp so hard that the stands tremble. When the jousting starts, you quickly realize their opponents swerve each time they approach. They don't want to hurt a queen. Puts a dent in the challenge, really. Let's disguise. Let's go into disguise. A new competitor was about to join. She comes from the north. Your entourage help you in a new set of armor, and you ride out onto the field. And here we have what was her name? Chief Hilda, ready for a fight? Finally, a real battle. Uh-oh. Yeah, let's go, dude! I got joust desserts. You won a jousting tournament. You unseat your competitor after a competitor. Blood courses through your veins as you raise your lance in victory. The audience roars in support, cheering wildly for Chief Hilda. Is this what it's like to be truly admired? At the end of the day, Baroness Bardic B hands you a bag of gold as your prize. You leave the tournament feeling very pleased with yourself. Wait, dude, what the fuck, though? Is this me? Because... Oh, no. Oh, I just made the North the fighters. Oh shit! Ah! This is bad. The Northern Cavalry troops see a huge influx of people eager to join up, inspired by your example. Fuck. Shit. Whew. My heir. Can you play this when the Chiefs rebel? Yes, if it happens. No, Silva. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to. The council hall is filled with nervous silence. My adopted lowborn child! Your silence continues, accepting a few stifled coughs. After the awkward pause has stretched out over a minute, there's finally some sporadic applause. The nobles don't appreciate you inducting a lowborn child into the royal family, but whether they like it or not, by designating you an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Grace, may I be the first to congratulate you on adopting an heir? What is their name? Says Count Novad. Ravsy II. How exquisite, Your Highness. I'm sure little Ravsy II will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you must fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the thingy. For Scotland when you rebel. True, dude. The Mystery Knight. As you walk the corridors, your spymaster falls into step beside you. She hands you a wooden carving of a figure astride on a horse. I hear a mysterious knight called Chief Hilda made quite the impression during the last jousting season of the March. No one knows who she is. The chiefs want to sell those figures and commercialize the enigmatic jouster. It would bring a great deal of money to the area. I lose $1,000. Their defiance goes down and my trade goes up. Well. I sponsored the following of Chief Hilda because I am not revealing that was me. I will be cancelled and executed. So I will be sponsoring it. The drama. The spymaster leaves the wooden figure in your hands with a small smile. Trade is now opulent. Defiance is now insolent. Oh, to have money. It's the fucking Queen! Excitement about jousting and the Mystery Knight flurries throughout the north, and their fears about the knight's identity abound. A host of friends and relatives came to the knight's birthplace, and tourism booms as visitors flock to see for themselves. Dude, this is like... This has been pretty fucking easy for me, guys. Count Lemon Pizza Pie and Chief Ross F arrive in the council chamber side by side. This is the first week in a row with no silver. Why are the miners spending all their time playing this rock ball sport anyway? Blood and stars, it was your miners who invented rock ball. I can't help that the eastern workers are competitive. It's a disaster. Even the miners who haven't broken their arms aren't getting any mining done. Whoa. Minus 2k? Do. You guys saw that one, huh? Okay. You guys noticed that one, did you? Alright. Fair enough. It's coming home. Host an official rock ball tournament? Oh no. It's coming home. It's coming. Foot rock ball's coming home. Stability challenge succeeded. The first annual Rock Ball Cup is a smashing success, with the Eastern Geodes edging out the Northern Moles. Count Lemon Pizza Pie even stands proudly as with the filthy competitors as they hoist their gleaming silver trophy. In the double whammy on the trade. In the aftermath, silver production reaches new heights, with profits shared equally between the two regions. Ravs wiggle. It's all coming up Millhouse, baby. It's gonna be a fucking back-to-back win for me. Chat, build whatever you want. Build whatever little building you want. Dude, Heather is minted. The Chiefs are going to try and lower their faith, and the Counts want to get rid of that, get rid of my stability. That's fair. That's very fair. Oh no, they want farming down across the realm of the Barons. The Barons who are quite rich. It seems like they're going to get their way. It's looking like we're building an observatory and a deer park. Another deer park, can you believe? Not rich anymore. Yeah, the Counts are rich now. Maya's on fire. Built a fantastic little observatory with the Chiefs, and Catboy Finnbjorn built a nice little deer park. Did you look at that? My ambition. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be architect of a new golden age. You succeeded in that front. Your kingdom has never been more prosperous. Well done, your majesty. But to shut down your noble schemes for good, we need to build on that reputation. Your advisors have some ideas. Have you heard of the Scepter of the Sages? It's an ancient lost artifact forged by Queen Alma the Wise. There's a legend that any queen who recovers it will rule over a golden age. My advice, on the other hand, would be infiltrate each region with loyal spies, defeat their schemes with schemes of our own. But the Chancellor has other ideas. Well, I think it shall be the Scepter of the Sages, for my lovely barons have faith most high. Do you know the tragedy of chief imagination, Inc? It's not a story that many chiefs would tell you. A wise decision, your majesty. I'll begin sending out adventurers to track down the scepter's location. But adventurers aren't cheap. Your priority is to raise the kingdom's overall faith and trade as much as you can. None of you can rebel. I rule with an iron fist. Okay? Cheaper town hall? You guys are cooked. The mask is off now. Your Majesty, the richest merchants in the north have bribed the chiefs to give an executive charter. They now control all trade of wool and tallow, the north's most valuable goods. It's a monopoly, Your Majesty. They're scamming the public by fixing prices, pushing smaller traders like myself out of business. Something must be done. Monopoly bad. It's just business. Feed my coffers. Give me your coin. Demand that the treasurer get a taste of the bribes. Yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy. Except for the merchant who came to complain to the council, he's found dead in an alleyway. Probably just a coincidence. I got blood money. Blood money. Says Baroness Lasessa. What are you talking about? Nothing is wrong. Absolutely nothing is wrong in the march. Really? Because you look at me like you swallowed a wasp. Things must have changed. This calls for a celebratory glass of wine, I think. There's definitely not an old witch who lives at the border of my lands, and I definitely haven't been having money troubles. And most importantly, she didn't offer me a fortune in exchange for just a drop of my blood, an offer which I absolutely didn't accept. I'm confused. Ever since I didn't accept the witch's bargain, I haven't found myself obeying her every command. I definitely still rule over my estate, not her. Furthermore, she didn't forbid me from telling you any of this, and I'm not using negative statements to bypass her magic. Farming up and faith down? But I need faith. But I need faith. I do need faith, I'm afraid. I'm looking for the Scepter of Sages after all. I think I get you mean the opposite of what you're saying. No, Your Majesty, that's not the case. Isn't it? Damn, I guess I was wrong. Let's fetch the court physician to see if we can lift your curse. After a week of confined to a cold iron box with nothing to eat but salt, the magic stops affecting Baroness Lasessa so strongly. What the fuck, dude? Lasessa's just eating some salt in a cold box. She's even able to talk about her ordeal directly. I always tolerated that bloody witch should sell medicine to the peasants and help them find lost sheep. I never suspected she was capable of something like this. We need to call a vote. Send a regiment to take back my stolen lands. I think this is an everyone vote. Cheaper town hall? Clicking, 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 clicking. Voting tied at 32. I wonder what one I'm going to pick. And with that, chat, I think I've won. I think I've won, chat. Have you? Well, Monarch's Iron Choice will put me to 10 authority. At least the counts aren't dumb. But that would be too easy if I get to make the choice. That does put faith in farming down. I could just win if I click this button. But I'll give chat a chance. Fuck off, just click it. I'll let chat continue on. You mean I have to live with that old peasant woman lording it over me? No, I'm taking my lands back. Defiance up and arrest Baroness Lucessa for resisting the will of the council. Well, that's bad for the counts. Good for the barons. Let her go. When the marcher troops arrive on the Baroness Lucessa's estate, the land itself fights back. The soil opens up beneath them. Trees swipe at their horses. They fight their way through the minimal losses. The witch tries to escape, but she's caught by sentries posted around the perimeter. That evening, the witch is burned in the town square, and the peasants watch in silence. Baroness Lucessa is pathetically grateful in the return of her ancestral home. But the fields are never again quite as bountiful as they were under the witch's reign. Oh, the barons fucking got what they wanted, man. From baron to baron. I'm not getting everyone mixed up. I've basically already won. But down in the march, Baron Joyful Spark is visited by the wizard Gordias in his tower of the black basalt lava bubbles crackle. Last night I slept, I walked for the glittering halls in Apiary, and do you know what I saw? Ruined palaces, cracked and faded, the thrones of the Dream Queens stand empty. The hives are dead or dying, all goes according to plan. My thanks, great wizard. Now, shall we discuss how to overthrow this troublesome queen? Barons! Time for a little votey poo. I know the poor bees. Raise trade. I think that you have to get a +2 on trade though. You need to get your trade to 9, I think. Curse her with a fate worse than death. Worse than death, well, it can be done, but I will require an additional fee. Enough gold to sink a galleon, perhaps that's a good start. Great God, I thought we'd already sealed the deal. No, something you should learn, dealing with wizards is a tricky business. Now get me that gold. The barons must raise their trade to at least 9. Well, barons, I'll be taking some of your coin. And, counts, you guys look pretty rich too. I think I'll be taking some of your coin. Oh, chiefs. I think I'll be having some of your coin. Thank you all for raising my coffers. Yum yum. Chief here. What's coin? My money. Joke's on you, I'm poor. I need the money, chat. I need the money. I wish you could see it. Ambition, the scepter of the sages. Your Majesty, I have most exciting news. Our hired adventurers have discovered an ancient manuscript hidden beneath the mountains. It speaks of the scepter of sages. It was written by Queen Alma herself. What would happen if the kingdom, after she died, she hid the scepter of sages so her enemies wouldn't see it? Good work, treasurer. It's in a warren of caves within the Black-Wheeled Forest. Your Majesty, near the capital. It's been under our noses this whole time. I've taken the liberty of sending out more adventurers. They'll clear the area and get inside. Send them on their way. As you wish, your majesty. Okay. Since the adventurers return, the treasurer comes to tell you the news. Did they find anything? Most delightful news, your majesty. The adventurers found a golden door beneath the forest which matches a description of Queen Alma's manuscript. So we have the scepter. The scepter should be hidden within. But the scepter of sages can be found only by a monarch who isn't as strong of purpose and true of heart. Indeed, I'm sure I agree. Unfortunately, it's not me who decides. Queen Alma wrote a ritual for the monarch to prove themselves worthy of the scepter. Go to the cave, I can read the relevant passages while you set it all up. You make the arrangements, bring a procession of horses, food, drinks, adventurer guides, and a little travelling desk to the treasure in the Blackwood Forest. Your husband comes too, riding beside you. This is such a wonderful chance for the kingdom. The scepter will bring in a golden age. The adventurers lead you inside the cave, hold flaming torches to light your way. Soon the tunnel grows horribly cramped and you bend double to squeeze through. Don't worry, Ravsy. We'll pull together and get through it. You walk for what feels like hours. Just as you might have lost hope, you reach a golden door exactly as the adventurers described. It will only open for the faithful. Close your eyes, your majesty. Concentrate. Oh, dude, I win. A bright golden light flares behind your eyes, but you keep your breath steady. You hear the door rumble open. When you open your eyes, the tunnel ahead is utterly dark. Even the torches do not illuminate it. As soon as you step into the chamber, the torches snuff out. A hideous scream echoes from below. The adventurers scramble into a protective stance where the treasurer wails. Oh, this is awful. Dreadful. I should have stayed in my office. I have to say I feel similarly. Do we have enough air left? It's fine. We're meant to be here. Sorry, I'll stay calm. You put out your hands and feel your way along the wall, then your fingers touch something. Could this be it? As you grip the scepter, it glows, chasing away the dark shadows of the chamber. It looks like a simple wooden staff, like any peasant might use for walking, but the glow is as bright as the sun. It's the scepter, your majesty. You've done it. When I grip my scepter. Can you imagine the good we can do for the kingdom with this? I shall eliminate poverty. We must call the nobles first and tell them the good news. Bearing the scepter, you make your way through the tunnels and back into the sunlit forest. As soon as you return to the capital, you call the nobles to the council hall. Go straight in to make the announcement. Treasurer holds a velvet cushion upon the scepter of sages sits. It looks small and ordinary, but you sense the weight of its history. Killian strides at your side, looking very pleased with himself. Beside you, your heir, Ravsy II, toddles along, hand in hand with their governess. What's going on, your majesty? Why have we been brought here? I have some good news. For me? The nobles fall silent as you ascend to your throne and settle yourself comfortably. Queen Ravsy has descended to the darkest depths of the Blackwood Forest and retrieved the Scepter of Sages. Excited and worried whispers ripple around the council hall. As the bearer of the Scepter of Sages, the Queen has sealed her destiny as Queen Ravsy the Enlightened. How do we know this is real? It could be any old staff, says Count Boy in France. The scepter begins to glow, bathing the council hall in warm golden light. It's the piss staff chat and you just all got pissed on. The nobles gasp and fall silent. Beside you, Ravsy II claps their hands in delight. Huzzah, that's extraordinary! It becomes clear that even the grumpiest of nobles will never dare speak against you while you bear the Scepter of Sages. Finally, you are secure in your throne and your kingdom. Your victory is here, but your future has only just begun. The Scepter of Sages, Chief. You won by recovering the Scepter of Sages. Fina. The chiefs decided that the time must not have been ripe. The prophecy was quietly forgotten by all except the god speakers who waited for the right omens to arise again. It's a fun game, AC Mon. Chat, I can't believe I've won twice, man. You guys have to scheme more. we need more fuckery from you guys. The attempt to lure Godarius the Marcher was doomed to failure. Eventually, the wizard, bored of these mortal squabbles, burned Baron Joyful Spark to a crisp with one well-placed fireball. But we like you. We need less Pepegi moments. My 3-year-old just asked me why the government doesn't pay for everyone's health insurance moments. It really is one of those, isn't it? We can't read. Rushing to complete their scheme, the counts attempted their blood ritual too early. The summoned demon escaped their control and slaughtered dozens, including Risimir and Countess Cassia. No, Cassia! I feel like all the faction ones are bad endings. Kind of, but it's nice if you're in them. One day chat will win this game. You guys used to win all the time. Backed by the scepter's power, Queen Ravs' rule spanned another 15 years of peace and stability. A golden age of prosperity swept over the kingdom. In her will, the queen instructed that the scepter be reburied to be claimed only by a worthy successor. You're 0-2. Queen Ravs, the absolutist. Wealthiest noble was exec. Poorest noble was Mario. Mario was funding the shit out of motherfuckers, though. He was funding. He was funding. Kingdom. Best of 5, mate. We didn't lose because of me, I'll tell you that. Yay! Okay. Best of 5, mate. Well, chat, we will play this again, but it will not be on Monday. It will probably be like a while again till we play it again. But like we'll run this back another time because the games do take a bit of time. We are not going again though. I'm probably gonna end and go get some dinner, chat. It's like 10 PM, and I'm a little hungry. I'm a little peckish. No, you were fine, Lady Tourmaline. This has been a fun one, though. We dug some holes, we got eaten by moles, and then we did some nobling. We'll get you next time. This is Democracy Manifest. Sorry. It is the way of the world, though. I've won twice now.